And I started my career in technology not knowing what my future would be. I just thought, okay, I'm going to go there. I'm going to learn more about these, and I'm going to try to build my own. I'm going to try to code my own. Well, literally a year and a half into it was my sophomore year. So a year and a half in, I got an internship at Coca-Cola, and it changed my life because SAP software was being run there. And they were switching over to now the x86 platforms instead of the old mainframes and everything we had to deal with, these monstrosities of metal that literally inside my phone is literally more capabilities than what was in a mainframe that was probably in a room 25,000 square feet back in the day. And they asked me to intern. I took it. Then SAP asked me to work with them. And that's where my technology. And the great thing from that point is I've always been adventurous and I've always been entrepreneurial. I just started learning. I wanted to learn about Java. I wanted to learn about T codes. I wanted to learn anything and everything they could give me. And I just went off and learned as much as I could. And that's where my technology background and my go forward. And, I love to have fun. Life's too short. You got to enjoy it. And I sure try to do that with technology every single day. Hence 2 pairs of Meta glasses.
Yeah. Well, you got bit by the bug, and certainly you were, enamored with floppy disks and, really cool tech like that. But when you went through that process, you knew that you loved it. You knew that you were, kind of interested and addicted to it. But did you know at that time that you were in the middle of something that was big, like a wave of change? Was it that SAP moment at Coke? What was it that made you start to realize this is bigger than just a fun hobby?
So I knew that technology was going to be something that was going to keep growing. I assumed that, but what really caught me was during the process from going from a mainframe system to these x86 boxes, these Dells, these servers, the server farms that we were creating. That's when I knew that technology was going to be here to stay, and that it was going to keep evolution. The changes were going to keep coming, because going from that monstrosity of a 25,000 square foot room down to a room that was 5,000 square feet with air conditioned chilies, and to be able to connect all these systems together, and then VMware came into play, and I started playing on all of those tools. That's when I really was like, oh, this is okay. I'm all in. I'm in technology. Here we go. I don't want to be in business anymore. I don't want to be in the finance classes anymore. I just wanted to play with technology.
That's awesome. Well, you picked the right wave to ride. That's fantastic. And then naturally, you've gone from those great big, air conditioned rooms, those enormous machines, to obvious transition to the cloud, right?
Absolutely. And it's funny to see where I started from. You look back at a Commodore VIC-20. The only capability we had was tape drives and floppy drives. Now we go out and everything is on a cloud, and now you're trying to figure out how big I'm going to build my architecture, how small I can build my architecture. Everything that was in a room is now up there. And now I'm trying to figure out, just based on keyboard strokes, get in my computer, get in my Azure data dashboard, or my AWS, and even sometimes GCP and IBM and others. Now I just build away. And it's like that. I don't have to get a procurement number. I don't have to worry about deliveries. I don't have to worry about KVMs. KVMs, for you kids, are back in the day, we would connect our keyboard, our mouse, and our monitor to the back of these systems so we could see all 20 of them at one time. So you'd use one mouse, one keyboard, one monitor for 20 servers. That's a KVM. But it was so much fun back then too. But now I can all I have to do is take my mouse, move over, and I see my entire landscape right there. Instantaneous gratification of technology. It's incredible and it's wonderful all at the same time.